Good evening, everyone. Hiya, Bill. Hiya, Amjad. How are you? Sorry if my hair looks a mess. It's alright, I washed it yesterday. Now, in order to do that bleach bath, there's got to be no product on your hair. But basically, I washed it and I just let it dry itself, and it's gone a bit AY. Hey, no, never mind. Ooh. Let me stick her up back and yeah. Never been to Margate actually. Come to think of it. So yeah. Are you going on a shopping spree then, or are you just going to the beach and just chilling out? And this camera looks a bit wonky donkey. Ooh. Cut it up and get off now. Bonding shampoo. I've never heard of that one. Same as I say, I just use my normal shampoo and conditioner, and it does say on the leaflet that you can't use any other, like I use the heat defence spray or Tim, how are you? Or air spray or anything. So I thought, well, if I want to do it while I'm sort of having a couple of days off, I can't, normally I put heat spray on and then, tongue it and...
Bobby,
hey?
You don't put your link up.
Oh, yeah. Bit behind the 8 ball today.
Oh,
well.
We'll get out my town.
Yeah, right. Sorry about that. I'm thinking, why ain't nobody coming up? There you go. It's done now.
Yay.
I really want it cutting. Going a bit of a mess now. So I'm curling up at the bottom because it's growing a bit. So that'll be the next thing. Oh. Oh, your brother's wife's coming to London.
Hey.
Hiya.
Yeah. I'm sitting in my fort.
Oh.
Hi,
Hey, is that what you've ripped out then, where you normally sit on your...
No, I've got, I used to be lead guitar in a band, so I've got like a music room with all my guitars and whatnot.
Ooh. Even got one
and all my
with
assorted rock and roll stuff from days gone by.
even got one with a Union Jack on it. I just noticed.
Yeah, that's a Def Leppard tribute guitar, a Washburn.
Ooh.
Yeah, if you're into that kind of thing.
Well, I bet I'm sure Azy would be more than interested.
Yeah, and they overflow down to the floor. They're all over the place.
Hiya, Joel. How are you?
Hello, Joel.
Oh, dear.
You can tell I painted it. The ceiling is what I thought was cool.
Yeah, Joel says, woo, Def Leppard tribute. Yeah, Joel's a lifelong Def Leppard. She even came over to Sheffield to see them recently.
Yeah, it's my kid got me this one for Father's Day one year.
Ooh.
And see, wait.
Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. Not my favorite, but it plays okay.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know whether you're aware of it, but AC/DC's in a band. He makes guitars, he sings, the whole shebang, he writes music, everything.
Really? Yeah, I did once upon a time, but yeah, I grew out of it.
I mean, even his little lad is only 6, and he says first thing he does in the morning is grab his guitar. So
That's about what you have to do to get anywhere. I want to show you my new. I worked so hard for it. I made a new workbench.
ooh, looks very nice.
The old one was just coming apart. It was just old kitchen Well, it was new kitchen cabinets 30 years ago. So I beat them to death over the years.
And a very
So I figured-
organised set of tools by the looks of it.
Well, yeah, that didn't change any. I'm big on everything has to be where I can reach it. I always say
Hey, Joel.
when my feet go on the mat, they don't leave the mat until I'm done.
Everyone in chat. Oh, I forgot.
Joel's the Def Leppard fan.
Yes, that's
Ah.
why I just decided as soon as I've seen your guitars, your I don't know, guitars, bass as well.
No, I don't do bass.
All right. Mm-hmm.
This is my favorite toy right now. I got a little mini bike last week.
Oh,
Hey, I'm having a great time with that little thing. It's just fun to ride around on, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, like when you're a tall guy, I can imagine.
Yeah. I know. When I did the counter, I actually raised it 3 inches higher than the regular counter was, because that way I can work on it and I don't have to be all bent over when I'm working, you know.
But yeah. In fact, Joel came over twice. She went to London to see him, and then an American fan persuaded him
Joel.
to see him in Sheffield. Well, look at that, Joel. Joel.
wow. As soon as I see a guitar, it's even if I'm not a musician. Oh, wow.
I used to be.
I've got on it as well.
Wait.
Piano.
All the assorted music stuff.
So you play, you don't only play with tools, you play also the guitar, you sing.
Yeah.
Wow, impressive.
It's fun to annoy the neighbors occasionally. There's more than one way to annoy people, but sound is the best. Loud guitars is the best.
The only thing I have as a musician is this amplifier. It belongs to my longest relationship. He left it, so I still have
Wait,
it.
let me see.
Oh, it's not it's very old, huh? It's
Is it Vesta? Just say Vesta.
Yeah, and I've got it in my bedroom. I like it as furniture, as decoration. But this one is very old, huh? He had bought it 20 years ago, maybe.
You know, you've got some money sitting there, right?
What did you say?
Put it this way. See, I've got this thing, which is my little home amp.
Whoa!
I would trade you even for that one without even thinking about it.
The one you have to have. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, mine's louder than that one, but those are just cool. And sometimes cool is worth it.
Oh. But this is the thing. I mean, Joel don't know basically what she's sitting on. I mean, is it worth a lot of money?
Oh,
It is.
Are you really?
Yes. That's why I say I would trade my amp. It's a 200 watt. It's got dual 12-inch speakers. You can you can peel the paint off the walls with this one. And I would trade you without even thinking about it. I would feel like I robbed you if I traded you even.
Oh dear. So you didn't know you were sitting on a fortune, Joel?
No, I'm not sure it costs a fortune, but I like the shape of it. I like it's in my bedroom, so it's part of the style and my souvenirs, my memories, and that's it.
Old amplifiers they're valuable by nature. It's like I was at an auction a few weeks back and bought a beat up old trainer, like the little bitty amps. And I bought it. I don't remember what the name of it was, but I remember I paid about $50 for it at an auction, and sold it for 200 on the way home.
Wow.
Wow,
I
wow.
put an ad out before I left the auction, and somebody showed up. He was at my house before I got there.
So he beat you beat you back, basically. He was there
Basically,
before.
yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, whenever I see old amps, I scoop them up.
That's fascinating. That's really as long as music vibes always bring the best. And
I was just saying to Bill, actually, Ace of Days would be in his element, looking at all his guitars and everything.
It's his life.
Okay, wait, here you go. You want to know if you can tell you're a musician? If you look at the picture, you can tell which one's my favorite.
That red one.
No, you got to look at it.
Def Leppard, because it's higher up.
Union Jack? No, I'm not sure. The one with the blue one, the electric blue one.
Well, yeah, there's two blue ones.
Yeah. Well,
this was actually the one I played in the band many years ago.
Gorgeous.
But this is my favorite now.
That's what
you know how you can tell?
Because of the strapped shoulder.
It's plugged in.
Wow. This is the answer. It's plugged.
Yeah, it's plugged in. The one that's plugged in, whenever you visit a musician, if you see more than one guitar, the one that's plugged in is his favorite.
Yeah, but I guess the most beautiful one. For me, it was.
Yeah, the red one's sort of a showpiece. I live in Texas, I live about, I'd say 800 miles from Mexico.
Ah.
And we joke around that the red one is so touchy that it picks up Mexican radio stations.
Oh, nice.
Because if you look at it hard, it starts chording on you. It starts, feedback.
You play in a band, Bill?
Too.
For years, yeah.
Oh, and what's the name of your band?
That was a long time ago. You'll never find anything. I've had one person recognize me in the last 25 years. And he actually had our one album. We had one album.
Oh, well, it's good enough.
And it was terrible. I joked around when he says, if I go get it, will you sign it? And I said, sure. I don't believe you actually own it, though. I said, you're the only one that bought one.
As soon as you create, it's like AZ. He has an album too on Spotify. And it's creation that.
Hiya, Gordo. How are you?
Hi, Gordo.
Talk to the devil and the show to appear. Just show Easy your collection of guitars, Bill.
Wait. Yeah, remember back in my day, back then?
And the Union Jack one is a Def Leppard tribute one.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a Washburn.
Oh, but Union Jack has to be a Def Leppard because when they started during the Pyromania era, Joe Elliott used to wear a T-shirt with the Union Jack.
With the Union Jack on it, yep.
Yeah.
It says he used to be in a band as well.
Kind of like the guy from AC/DC always runs around in shorts.
He's sitting on a fortune because she's wore it, Bill? Forget now.
Yeah, that's one of those amps that brand new. It probably cost $99, and now it's probably worth $300 or $400 or $500.
Wow!
Wow! I'm getting rich.
You're sitting on a fortune, quite literally, Joel.
The ex is going to call me and say, "Hey, I want it back."
Easy says, "Give us a tune."
You know what you tell him? I want what back? I don't know what you're talking about.
There's only one guitar that he's got plugged in, and it's the blue one.
Yeah.
Wow, the blue one. Wow. But they're all magnificent. They're all.
Oh, they're okay. They range from.
You right from the start when I had seen you, and I remember that to have asked you if you were a musician, an artist, because you've got the look of an artist, and
because I always need a haircut. I just got my haircut, and I still need a haircut.
There's something that rocks in you. Something rocks in you, and I knew that it was not only.
Yeah. In other words, Bill, you look like a rocker.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that's what they always said when I was playing. They said you're just, for some reason, you're supposed to be up front singing and playing the guitar. You're just supposed to, which is good since I was the one that brought the band together. You know.
Laughing at Gordo. I ordered some stuff online yesterday and I used my donor card instead of my debit card. It cost me a bloody arm and a leg.
That's fun.
Oh,
That's
dear.
good.
You have to do what makes you happy, and if it can be baking for Janet, that can be droning for Pixies music,
Yeah.
can be nature, that can be so many things.
Well, this is it.
Yeah,
I mean,
Jeanette, you know we're going to be there Saturday. You got to invite me and the wife over.
He also says he'd be in his element looking at all them guitars, and
Yeah.
they only made one album though, Easy,
Oh.
and yeah, sold one.
And nobody bought one.
And Azi's music is really, really taking you high. And his voice, it's not only. It's.
I mean, he makes guitars as well as, you know, makes music, sings, you know.
Yeah, I've always wanted to make my own guitar.
Wow.
Well, you're that good.
So those guitars, they cost a fortune, I guess.
Well, no, one of them. Wait. This one I got for. Now, mind you, I stole it, but I got it for $100, I think, at a garage sale.
Wow.
And
Listen,
it's an original 1981 Gibson.
Go back a little bit, Bill. The small one in top corner. What's that?
Oh, that one way up there. That's a brass sculpture. The whole room is full of stuff like that.
Oh, I thought it was an actual.
It's like he's not real either. He's just brass.
Like a studio there. Oh,
wait.
On. Oh, la la. Ah. Play.
Ooh.
Guitar Lounge.
It's even got a name, Bill's Guitar Lounge.
Yeah, it says, let your amp do the talking. See, it's just all full of little foolish musical stuff.
So basically, it's your man cave.
Yeah. This is the temple. A musician has always a temple, a soul, a place to.
Yeah.
It can be a studio. It
Yeah,
can
it's
be
like it's got
a
my little jazz band.
musician is.
He's sort of got his loft, but he's also got his workshop as well, if you know what I mean.
Workshop.
Look at that.
Yes.
And pianos are considered, this is a musical instrument of the class furniture.
Oh.
It does work.
I don't know. I can't even play the piano. Oh.
Last year, we started a collection of flags of countries we've been to.
Ooh.
Well, it occurred to us we're going to all these countries and we never get any flags. You know.
You'll be able to get Union Jack.
Well, yeah, we're gonna get. Yeah, we're planning on. Let's see, Wales, then London, then Poland, and then Czechia and Germany and the Netherlands.
Wales and the Union Jack are the best flags in the world, and even the Welsh one. It is going to be happy, but it's not for him especially. But the Welsh flag with dragon, red, white, and green. It's
believe it or not, that's an actual real flag.
I didn't know that.
It looks like a cartoon flag, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like something a kid would make. That's a real flag.
Sorry to interrupt you, but Pixie's my husband. Him over there.
That's the greatest flag ever made. That's the greatest flag we found yet. That's my favorite.
Ooh.
Oh.
What?
I'm on about you. Hi, Tracy.
Colors of Ukraine.
It says somebody's just asked or messaged him to see if he does wedding photography, and he's saying, "Oh, I'm not that good." But yeah, I mean,
yes, like Gordon is a great photographer, like Pixies, like.
Forget I do
Yes.
precise wildlife.
It puts himself down a lot, Bill. But I know what you're saying.
I do countryside and wildlife, two totally different things actually. With that, and then doing
wedding photography. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but
things what I do. Oh, that's all. Yeah.
Oh, Harrogate.
Yeah.
That's Yorkshire as well. Harry
Yeah.
Hit.
I'll never understand why people pay for water when you can just get one out of the sink.
I
So
got
far, every time I
that
want water, I go to the sink.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at Gordo. He's the joker of the pack, if you haven't guessed. 10 years together and Mrs. G still gets upset if I use her toothbrush. So if anyone knows another way to get dog shit out of trainers, I'm all ears. I Crypto.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What you after?
We see we've got electric toothbrushes. And sometimes if Chris runs out of power and he'll come down and say, I thought I've had to use your toothbrush this morning. He says, mine's gone as dead as a dodo.
as a dodo.
So yeah, he does occasionally use my toothbrush, but
See, now I'm weird that way. If somebody used my toothbrush, I would throw away the bathroom.
Even
The whole
with
bath, I'd throw away everything.
but
even it was my longest relationship, which lasted 10 years, which is not compared to you. I'm so sorry. But we never shared the toothbrush.
I couldn't even imagine. Ew.
It has to be your own toothbrush, unless you have no choice. Well, I guess.
I would have a choice. I'd go to the store at 2:00 in the morning if I had
agree,
to.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's not all the time. It's only occasionally.
Yeah.
Just, ew. No.
Thing is, when you kiss, you can share everything. I mean, of course.
Well, this is it. You know, when you kiss somebody, you're sharing spit, aren't you? Really, basically.
I was thinking a lot darker than that, but yeah. But still, that's my toothbrush.
Oh dear. But never mind. Never mind. So has it been warm where you are? This is a new teller. The dog uses a toothbrush as well.
In Paris today, 28 degrees.
Oh, it's not. It's been a dull one here today, even though it's sort of still been warm. It's been really dull. Well, you.
Not 28.
Alexa,
But,
what's the temperature in Celsius?
Right now, it's 32 degrees Celsius.
It's 32 right now,
Expect a low of 20 degrees.
so it's not bad.
What?
I think
32 translates to about 90 degrees.
About 10 or 11. Crypto says nobody's spitting in my mouth.
But you spit in your what?
Crypto says no one's spitting in my mouth. But you think when you give your partner a kiss, you actually are sharing, you know.
Yeah. You
saliva.
If you're trying to make me give up girls, it's not going to work.
And you have to kiss
12 degrees here.
12. Oh.
It's really dipped.
Alexa, what's 12 in Fahrenheit?
So which ain't too shabby,
From
but
reference.com. 12 degrees Celsius is equal to 53.6.
54 degrees. That's cold.
That's very cold. When I was in Sheffield last week, it was about 20.
It sort of seems to go, you know, it was like 23, 24 on Saturday, believe it or believe it not.
Yeah.
And then sort of since then, it's sort of been like a yo-yo up and down.
Yo-yo up and down, up and down.
Yeah, it goes between 85 and 95 here.
Hi, Richard. Hi, Johnny. But I don't know whether you know this. I don't know whether this is UK or everywhere. 1st of June, tomorrow, is actually start of summertime, officially.
Yeah. it's the what they call the meteor. I don't know how to say that. The first day of summer in
Yeah.
scientific way, or
You know what? I wish
I
somebody.
knew the
had
word, but
told
now it's gone. It went, as soon as you said it.
I wish somebody had
The
told our
solstice, the
weather
summer
that.
solstice.
You know what I mean? First day of summer.
yeah.
Yeah, that means the solstice. That means it's the first day that the summer crosses the plane, that the sun crosses the plane.
But you see, our wedding anniversary is 21st of June, and I do know that's the longest day.
Summer day.
That's the longest day. Yeah,
Now, if you ever get divorced, then keep in mind, you'll think about the longest day.
And funnily enough, I mean, it's his 20th wedding anniversary this year. It was absolutely boiling that day. It was absolutely red hot.
You don't drink a full bottle of champagne, it won't me, honest.
Oh, your greenhouse, good. It looks all right, doesn't it? So I put it. You put because I've got a Facebook group, you know. Anyway, put some pictures. Bought a greenhouse, about 80 or 90 quid on Amazon. Got it for a tenner. It's like a plastic greenhouse. I'll find it for you and I'll show it you. It's like a greenhouse. Pardon you.
Pardon me. Tim.
Pardon you.
Tim's burping and he's not on panel.
Yeah, you know, I've got another channel besides this one, and I discovered quickly. You know what you can't do on your channel? Play somebody else's music on the guitar. You get instantly demonetized.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not picking one up, because I say if I play something.
That's what Chris took a picture. The Victoria Sponge cupcakes that I made last night.
Yesterday.
Well, I can tell you something, Joel. They were.
And you, they're all gone.
No, not quite. No.
No.
Oh, Johnny says I just got some nice oak dado rail, brand new. So that's the greenhouse that is bought, and it's like a plastic one. That's a picture of inside of it.
You got to solo mode yourself, Jeanette. That way we can see it better.
Hello.
Hey, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Hey, Bill. Jeanette.
So I'm just showing you Gordo's purchase.
Wow.
All right.
Oh, nice.
And that's a picture inside of it.
That's pretty cool.
Hi, Pete Thomas.
It is cool.
Hi, Pete. So yeah, I mean, not bad to say. It only cost him £10, and they're going for about 90 quid on Amazon.
See, now that messes with people who aren't from the UK. It's I hear quid and I hear pounds, and it takes me a second to say, wait, that's the same thing.
Yeah, Johnny says it's same as this. Hi, partners. How are you?
Hi, partners. Tim, when he's doing that, something is.
Pardon me. Hi, Brizzy.
Hi, Brizzy. How are you?
He likes the way someone speaks to him.
Yeah, it's as excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get over it. I've got overexcited. Right.
But
It's unwritten. It got overexcited.
what is it about?
Yeah, I've got overexcited brain.
Oh.
Jeanette.
Hi, partners. How are you?
Right,
Have you watched it, Tim? It looks rather.
Yeah, I watched it last night.
There you go. See, I noticed these sorts of things.
Pardon
Well,
me.
Yeah,
I watched.
I was thumbing through daytime TV today, and I saw possibly the worst daytime talk show thing ever. One of those Maury Povich or Jerry Springer or something, and it showed two dwarfs that were arguing over who was the father of this 400-pound girl's baby.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was speechless. I had to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Get replacement covers.
Hey, Crypto, you can put your fingers into Tim's hair. Look.
Okay, then, Johnny.
He's not greased his hair up for this.
No, he's washed it actually. Well, as I was saying, I'm on about either tomorrow or Friday doing the bleach bath on my hair. But I were reading through the booklet because that's that.
So you'll be blonde.
Well, I may be blonde Saturday. So anyway, it does say that your hair's got to be free from any styling products. So I've not used any. I've got this.
Yes.
Yes, what, Tim? Yes, what? You have to tell us.
Yeah, I've
No,
got that
not saying a word.
spray, and then I've got hairspray. So yesterday I washed it, and normally I'd blow dry it, but I just washed it and left it. So in preparation for doing this, but it really wants a cut. I really need it cutting. Johnny says he drilled it to driveway just to make sure it don't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Hey up.
Lost Bill.
Bill's gone. So what you been up to then, Tim? And how's your back now?
My back's getting there. I've not had painkillers for the last 2 days, so I'm hoping it's getting there slowly but surely. So
Hit the wrong button. Sorry.
yeah. I'm busy grass cutting.
You won't be the first, and I doubt you'll be the last.
I was going to say I think we've all been there at some point.
Yeah.
As the way I'm holding my phone, apparently, as it turns out, my thumb's right next to the turn me off button.
Yeah.
Hey up, Richard's at Tesco's.
Oh,
So we've gone from Sainsbury's now.
Sainsbury's.
Yeah.
I thought something else.
Change your venue, Joel. He's moved from Sainsbury's now to Tesco's.
I want to know when it's going to market and it's going to go dogging it Liverpool. No, didn't you go to a different one? Somewhere it was passing.
When I was in London, at the station North Acton, when I got out, when I was looking for a shop, and I saw Tesco first, and there were so many people outside. I asked is it closed or what? Are you closing? He said, no, too many people inside. We have to.
Yeah, when it's only sort of like small.
Place. And then I asked.
Oh, that's it. I knew it was something else. A spa.
I turned around and I saw Sainsbury's and I said, "Is it nice?" And the guy said, "Of course it is. It's even better." So I went straight to the. Hey, AZ.
Hiya, Piers.
Hiya, AZ.
Hi, AZ.
Can you hear me?
No.
Hello?
Just about.
Very, very slightly.
How about now?
That's better.
Very faintly.
There's a humming coming from Is it pink now?
It was better first time.
I'm sure it was, Packness.
Oh.
Gordon wants to know what Tesco's is code for. Well, code for Sainsbury's we're dogging, but now he's shifted car parks to Tesco's.
I don't think code for Sainsbury's was dogging. That's just where he goes dogging.
it's just a running joke, Easy. That's all.
I think I was there when he started it.
Yeah. You know, and
I've only got that much
Tim,
left.
Tim's got one as well. He said he was putting bunk beds up for a friend.
Back in a minute.
More code.
Okay. Yeah. So Tim's got code words as well. You know, it were putting some bunk beds up for a friend. So did you like Bill's
polishing the fish?
guitar collection? Did I say I have, Vanessa? Anyway, I have now.
Did you say you got a 1980s original Gibson for $100?
A 1981 Halloween Day Gibson.
Ooh.
With a Gibson, that's the only guitar made where you can actually look up the day it was made from the serial number.
It goes down to the day.
It goes down to the day. You can find out who built it.
Wow.
And you paid $100 for it.
Well, I bought it because it had, back in the 80s, the Gibsons had these goofy fur-lined cases.
Yeah.
It had a purple fur-lined case, and I saw the case and said, I got to have it. And I said, how much? She says, $100. And I said, I'll give you $100 just for the case. And she says, okay, hang on, let me get the guitar. I didn't want to put it out in the sun. I went, what? I thought I was buying just a case, but I ended up with the guitar in the case.
Wow.
What's it worth now then?
Lucky you.
I don't know, $100?
Oh, it's worth more than that if it's a Gibson.
I like to think.
Well, it is. I went to Bristol Guitar Show last month,
Great.
and there was a guy there with two.
It's nothing fancy.
Two 1950s Gibson Les Pauls, and they were £300,000 each.
I don't think that's worth quite that much. I think the most expensive one I probably got's the red one. I think I paid about $600 for it. That's an RR1. 1,000, yeah.
What guitars do you prefer, Gibson or Fender?
No. Jackson.
Jackson. Jackson, of course. I forgot Jackson.
Jackson.
No,
When I was in the band, I played a Kramer.
What guitar it is? It's what you do with it.
Fender and Gibson are the two biggest names in the guitar world. But
well, no, they were.
Well, no, they are.
No.
I know there's other.
Wait. I'm trying to remember what Mark Knopfler plays.
He plays a Fender.
Plays a Fender.
Red
Okay,
Fender Strat.
and Eddie played a Kramer.
Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah. Yeah, his Frankenstein guitar was actually a Kramer bass.
Yeah.
Gilmore played Fender Strat as well.
Because way back then when I was playing, had to have a Kramer. That was the only guitar to play in the 80s. You always assumed anybody playing a Gibson was part of a folk band.
I've only got
What's your
Epiphones and Squires.
Plays Gibson.
I haven't got no proper ones. I haven't got a proper Fender or a proper Gibson. But I just got
As
Epiphones.
does
and
Robin
Squires.
Campbell.
Which you get a good one, they're just as good, you know?
Parknest brings up a point. I'll tell you, a good player will sound good on a bad guitar. A bad player will sound bad on a good guitar.
Yep.
It's like the one I paid all the money for. I was telling Jeanette earlier, it's almost unplayable because it's got straight wired pickups and it picks up radio stations almost.
Yeah.
And you can't even look at it without it cording on you, without it making noise.
Unless it's set up right and it's intonated, then you're going to struggle with any.
Well, I had the guy a guy named Gary at a place called Modern Music in Florida set it up for me.
Yeah.
And he's been doing my guitars for 1,000,000 years now. And he says, man, this thing's touchy. When he handed it back to me, he said, this thing's touchy. And I said, is it too touchy for me? He says, yeah, the way you play, it's too touchy for you.
Well, what do you mean too touchy? The action was too low.
But no, it's too much string noise.
Okay.
It's like you can't turn the gain down enough to make it sound good.
Pickups are too hot.
They're way too hot.
Yeah.
So I say the gain's like permanently ridiculous on it. But it is fun to play if you're playing like Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Guns N' Roses fan.
What music did your band play?
What did we play?
Yeah.
Oh, we were strictly rock with a little bit of a southern touch to it.
Nice. Did you do any originals?
We had one album, and we still joke around. I was telling him earlier. I had a guy ask me to sign an album. I said he's the only one that bought one.
Is it on Spotify or anything?
I think Bill's talking before Spotify ever existed, Daisy.
Yeah, we're talking. Let's see. The band started in 1979.
Okay.
And it ended in 1985.
Is there anything on YouTube?
Nothing. What? No, I take that back. Nothing that I will ever help you find. It's embarrassing.
That's amazing, Bill. Yeah. It's out there, but you're not going to help anybody find it.
Imagine me with my hair. As long as I just got it cut, but they cut like 6 inches off of that. But imagine a full-on perm with blue hair hanging halfway down my back. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
I can't imagine that. I can't imagine you with
my hair was like poof.
I mean, it's same what Pete's just said. Same with cameras. A good camera won't make a bad photographer. A good photographer.
Yeah.
But same as I say, Chris has had a message. Do you do wedding photography? Now,
pre-wedding photography.
Pre-wedding. Yeah. Well, that's just not. How can I put it? It's more natural. Is pre-wedding.
That's like stag doing head do. Yeah.
But it's like like bride getting dressed or bridesmaids having the hair done and things like that.
Your photographer, you photograph the bride getting dressed. I'm pretty sure.
Well, you know what I mean. But yeah. I mean, Chris, this is where Chris, he don't think he's good enough, if you know what I mean.
But he's improving all the time.
Tell him if he doesn't think he's good enough, it's true. If he thinks he's good enough, that's also true.
But yeah, you know what I mean? I mean,
Bill's good enough. He's lying.
Photograph.
And when you take a photo of someone who inspires you, like playing music with someone who inspires you, it takes you high. I mean, you can have it's artistic, what you can do.
Now I say that it's
or what inspires
in
you.
fairness, the band broke up when we opened for another band, and I realized we'd never be that good. They were just better than we were, top to bottom, head to toe, inside and out.
Yeah, but so this band's better than them. They never give up, though.
But for the type of music we were playing, they were the best. They were the king of the hill.
You give up, and that's it. That's why, because you give up. Never give up. Keep on trying.
Keep on trying.
I still play, and I'll even play in public occasionally. But it's like,
Give us a tune.
I can't.
Why?
Because they'll demonetize her if I do.
They won't. Sing one of my songs.
And you should play one
of your songs.
And I'm not going to give you anything that'll help you find that old mess that we used to be. In the 80s, in the early 80s, it was music was a different thing. It was way more fun way better than it is now. But I look at us out there banging away, and it's like, wow, we were different. Keep in mind, the 80s included Eddie Van Halen and Billy Idol. We were somewhere in between there. I was a little flashier than I prefer to admit now. That's all.
Has he come to Bristol? I wonder why.
They were a bad smell in the air.
Well, listen, let me tell you about going to Bristol. Never again. Fuck Bristol. Yesterday,
no thanks.
A few days ago, I got a summons in the post. When I went to Bristol, I apparently went in a zone where you got to pay to go in a green
air zone thing.
Yeah, I should have paid £9. I didn't know nothing about it. I just got charged £120 fine. just through the post.
Bloody hell. Bloody
Yeah.
hell.
I had no clue that there was this thing. Basically, Bristol invited me to go to the guitar show because that's the way I see it. You know, it should have said on the ad for the guitar show, make sure you pay the admissions charge. You know what I mean?
We've just had it come in what's in Sheffield and all.
Yeah, but do you know what's going to happen?
But you know, outside at Rowood, there's like these where like digital thing, you know, football match at Bramall Lane or football, you know, and it says you know you are now entering the you know clean air zone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't think Sheffield will find everyone in sight.
Signs are all over the place. What?
So is this stuff I should know when I'm driving there on Saturday?
Bill, you have
go
to
to
go
Bristol?
Easy Days on Spotify.
No, it's arriving in London.
Even the
Arriving in
titles
London on Saturday.
and all.
It's coming to your part of the world as well. It's coming to Wales.
Yeah. I arrive in at Heathrow on Saturday afternoon, Saturday at lunchtime, and then we're going to go south from there and go run around and see things.
Hi, Kathy.
From London.
And then on Sunday we're going to take the car back and then take a train up to Manchester and pick up a different car, and then drive over to Wales.
Nice. What part of Wales are you going to?
Well, our car will be compliant.
It's on the north coast. Well, we're trying to get a Tesla. I don't know if we can get one.
Are you going up to North Wales?
Yeah, all the way up on the coast.
Down
you should go to Cardiff first. That's where I live. It's the capital of Wales.
In
to be honest, then you should go all the way up the south coast, all the way to Tenby, and then do the whole coast of Wales. You should.
Yeah.
Well, I've got 2 days to work with because my wife is working in Wales.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of Bill's trip is because he's going with his wife.
I'm carry-on luggage.
Yeah, she's moved to work, you see. So while she's working, he's got time on his hands.
I've got 8.5 hours to go whichever direction I want.
Nice. So where are you now then? In America?
I'm in Dallas, Texas.
Dallas. Nice.
I know, that's the same thing I think when I think about Dallas, like Dallas.
On a relatively new car, so.
The only thing I know about Dallas is that's where the Cowboys come from.
Yeah. And I promise you won't find a real cowboy for 50 miles any direction.
Because you
see,
about
as close as you get to a cowboy.
The other day, going all the way around Britain, and they could do it. Yeah. What thing you could do? Go all around coastal in a day.
Well, now we've only got 2 days in Wales. We've got 1 day in
Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bill.
Talking
I like
of
it.
Cowboys. Talking of cowboys.
Oh, cowgirl.
I don't own a cowboy hat or
You live
boots.
in Texas and you haven't got a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Don't even own one.
Oh,
I don't own boots. I don't even have a pickup truck.
You're even American.
No, I've got the ultimate all-American car, but I don't have a pickup truck.
Like your Corvette, that blue one. That,
Yeah, the blue thing in the garage.
What is it, Cadillac?
Corvette.
No, Corvette's the all-American car. Cadillacs are for old people.
Listen, I ain't saying shit.
Oh, yeah, I saw Cadillac today.
Was it pink?
Was it pink?
And I've
Don't make me start singing here.
That room is his man cave with all guitars and everything.
That's the all-American car.
Oh, look at that. You got checkered flag on it. Nice.
What's a pace car?
Boys in the toys, eh?
What a
Yeah.
Do you work as a pace driver?
No. I was a software engineer.
Why have you got the pace car then?
Just
Because it's fast.
Nice.
But keep in mind, I have just as much fun on my little scooter.
Oh yeah, they're cool. Those little mini
This
bikes.
thing has been amusing me to no end. Where's it at? Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
I'd love one of those. We can't buy them in this country.
Well, I built a go-kart from I bought an old go-kart frame and built it all up and put a big motor on it and everything. And the guy that bought it traded me three of these little scooters.
Yeah.
And he gave me like $500 plus 3 scooters.
Nice.
So, and I sold 2. I fixed 2 of them and sold them. And this one I got it back together and kept it because it's just entertaining me to no end.
Nice. Yeah, I come to America a few years ago, and a friend of mine who I come over to visit, he rebuilds those, and I was ripping around on them for a day or two with the kids.
Yeah. I'm gonna sell it eventually. I had a guy offer me $300 for just the frame, so it must be a good one. I don't know anything about them.
Yeah. I know the good ones are called Bajas, I think. Is that a Baja?
Is that a genuine pace car? Is it just a replica?
Well, it's for the mini bike guys. The Hornets are the big popular one.
The Hornets.
Yeah, that's a Hornet.
Is it a genuine pace car?
Is it a genuine pace car? Is it a replica?
It's the number 3 pace car from the race. I bought it at a supercar auction in Indiana.
It's an actual pace car.
Yeah, it's a real pace car.
Yeah.
I saw it and I just had to have it.
Well, look, you've got provenance there if it's a genuine pace car. C5. We used C5s.
C5, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the second, or no, the first or second, I guess second year of the C5.
What's a C5?
It's the model of Corvette.
Model of Corvette.
Ah, Corvette. Oh,
A C5 was 97 through 90.
2004.
2004, yeah.
Corvette, Cadillac, limousine.
Basically, she's swooning.
She's what?
Swooning.
Swooning.
Oh yeah, that car will get you in trouble.
Corvette.
Who?
If I can be a little bit profane, we said that it's a purple and yellow dress dropper.
You said you could be a little bit profane.
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 You mean profound?
Profane.
A little dirty.
Profanation.
In other words, it gets all the women.
Yes.
Oh, we have a word for that
Say it's
here.
a
It's called
purple
panty
panty
magnet.
dropper.
I should have stayed.
You say it's a purple
You
panty?
could have 1 arm and 3 eyes, and that would still get you girls. Now, mind you, it won't get you girls that you want.
I think what Bill's trying to say is that car will get any woman to drop the knickers.
Basically,
Yeah.
what he's saying is that car gets him pussy.
Kind of, yeah. No. I'm married now. It used to.
Yeah.
But would it get them to throw the knickers at you?
Yeah, I've run around with my wife in the car, and yet girls make comments with my wife sitting there next to me, and she says, "You're not allowed to take this alone." I said, "I took this alone a long time before you were around."
How long have you had it?
Since it was new.
Can you lend it to Tim?
For enough money, I'll lend it to anybody.
I don't know how long it's been. So how long-
I can't drive.
Well,
Everything's for sale.
Sit in it, Tim.
How long you had it?
25 years.
Yeah.
25 years. Holy shit.
Yep, it was shiny new, and I put 100,000 miles on it. I had fun in that car.
Oh, yeah,
It's all right. I said, can you loan it to Tim? And he says, I can't drive. I says, you don't have to drive, just sit in it.
Yeah.
Sit there and drink it.
Have you ever had any
I'm
fun?
out at window.
Sit and enjoy.
Have you ever had any fun on top
And
of it?
seize the day.
Any fun on what?
On top of it.
That's not a concern.
In other words, you don't want to let on.
Yeah, don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
Any dents on the hood?
Fiberglass. It pops right back out.
Richard watched it as well, and he can drive.
Yeah, forfeits of fiberglass bodies.
It would be better if the front end was about that much higher. That's all I'm going to say. But I would never do anything like that, of course. So I'm just guessing.
Yeah, you got to get yourself a lady.
Oh dear.
Alexa, how do you spell chance?
Hey, you know that car does something that no other car in the world does too.
What's that?
It pisses my ex-wife off.
Why does she want it when you got divorced?
No, she when I got that car, the first thing she said was, "You paid how much?" She says, "You could buy a goddamn house with that kind of money." And I said, "But I got a car instead. We got a house." Now, mind you, that was back when I was, programming and just fresh out of Silicon Valley, and we had a 6,000-foot house. This monster of a house we didn't need. Before I grew up and realized I didn't need that kind of stuff. And she's complaining about me buying the car. It's like, you can't buy this house with that car. And when we got divorced, she made me go to counseling. And I told the counselor, I said, "You'd better tell her to eat healthy and get lots of exercise, because I'm not going to get buried in the car when I die. That's not my way. But if she dies first, I'm going to make sure she gets buried in that car."
When you got divorced, was you still telling you what to do?
Yeah, I know. It's like, and the judge ordered it, and it's like, wait, we're divorced now. I don't have to talk to her anymore.
No,
Say, right,
I'm not
next
too
question
familiar
is
with that.
obviously you prompted me to ask. How much was it?
More than $100.
Americans can't just answer a straight question.
It was expensive.
To be a politician.
Yeah.
You could
Calling.
Look up the price, Parkness.
It's being diplomatic.
25 years old. What's it worth? 100,000.
Corvette seat.
Now there's a trick now. There's only 5 of them in the world.
There's only 5 of them in the world.
Really?
There's only 5 actual pace cars.
Unique.
Okay, so that's a replica.
Greatness.
No, it's the number 3 pace car.
Okay. Oh,
So there isn't really a number.
Tim isn't listening. Tim.
If somebody will give me, if people
Well,
only
not
give me
listening
$10,000
to
for
us.
it, that's all it's worth. If they'll give me $1 million for it, that's what it's worth.
Okay, what did you pay for it?
More than 10,000. Less than $1 million.
Fuck, it hurts my head. It hurts my fucking head.
No, I paid a 6-figure number for it, honestly.
6-figure number, 100 grand.
Yeah, over 100. Yeah, but it's a pace car. It's a pace car. You have to have it. It's one of those, when you see it, I just had to have that car.
We're only about 50 grand when it was new, brand new, spanking brand new.
The
you were
replica pace car was $75,000 brand new. It was $74,900 for a replica.
You got any NOS on it?
I don't understand.
Like that.
Nitrous oxide.
No, it's stock. 100% stock.
Oh, is it? They just took one of those cars and put some stickers on it.
No.
It's I gotta go. It's fucking hurting my head. This is.
No. For the pace car, they put the stickers on it. They put different door beams in it. They put a roll bar in it, and they tweaked up the motor a little. Well, quite a bit.
So it's not completely stock then.
Well, it's stock for a pace car, though.
Hey, talking of stickers, I saw your video where you put your sticker AZ on the Brooklyn Bridge in New York.
I did, yeah. I put my sticker.
Wow.
Really?
Wow, it was a really nice video. Wow.
Why didn't I think of that? I'm going to 5 different countries. I should have gotten a whole bunch of stickers. I could run around stickering things.
I knows, bro.
I done it in front of a police officer.
Oh,
the day I went over the Brooklyn Bridge, there was a big protest on there
Huh?
to do with. There was a big guy that
bro.
selling cigarettes a few years ago in New York. Copper arrested him. He was selling single cigarettes outside the store, and a police officer approached him, and there was some sort of altercation.
That's against the law?
Well, I don't know, but whatever happened, they tried to, and he was he was huge, and they tried to restrain him, and the copper choked him out, and he was begging for his life, basically, calling for his mum, and they killed him. You know? And there was a big protest the day I was there. It was crazy. It was completely different.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in the news. That keeps coming back.
Yeah, it's naughty, man. You know.
Yeah, it's a shame that it turns out that way.
I mean, all of them just selling single cigarettes. It's crazy,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's not exactly a capital crime.
I mean, look at what. I mean, I know it's sort of going off par a little bit. The police were called to this nursing home. A lady, 91. She'd suffered from dementia, and obviously she was confused and everything. And they even put one of them spit things over her head.
91?
She was 91, and they threatened to tase her as well.
Oh, come on.
What was she doing?
What was she doing? Yes.
She was in a nursing home. She was like kicking off as
Yeah, she was in dementia.
times with dementia doors, because they get all confused. They don't know what's what and whatever. Anyway, for some reason, police were called out. They were going to taser her. They put this spit. I think they're called spit barbs or something.
It's like a spit cloak.
And it's like it's basically like a bag that they put over the head that's made of net.
Bag
It's
you
got
put
like
on the head.
Yeah.
I used
They
to
even
use it
put
when
one of them on
when I
her.
was a young lad, and if I got myself an ugly girl, I just bag her.
No, that's paper bag haze.
But anyway, 91-year-old woman.
That's what a pillowcase is for.
And so sort of
Yeah,
everybody
but do you draw a picture on the pillowcase?
Well, you can do if you're artistic.
You have to draw a face on the pillowcase.
Easy, it can be for a woman if she has an ugly man too, huh?
Yeah.
No, men are uglier than women.
if you
It's
both
like, let's face it, the prettiest guy is still uglier than the ugliest girl.
If you're both ugly, you can stick your both heads in the same pillowcase.
But yeah, you sort of going off the subject now. 91-year-old woman in a nursing home.
Yeah, sorry.
They put a taser it, and it's disgusting. It don't matter.
That's the word.
I know, but unless I know the full facts of the story, I can't possibly comment.
Yeah, you gotta wonder but she still needs help. She doesn't need police.
Yeah.
But I mean, if she's kicking off,
Oh yeah, I know it's hard to say what you would do at that moment if you're not there.
She might be strong.
Yeah, a 91-year-old weightlifter lady.
I'm a nurse. I can
Especially
help.
a Russian shop butter.
Doctor said you're dehydrated.
Yeah, I've got news article. Met police put spit. Hang on a minute. Spittled on a 91-year-old woman's head and pointed taser at her.
Yeah, no, what I mean, I don't need to hear some fucking reporter's headline.
So basically, they've been reprimanded for it because the officer in question's been suspended and 5 others on restricted duties. Peckham in London, I think it says here.
Oh, there's a surprise.
They want Del Boy, were it?
It says that police were called after a dispute with their carer. The elderly woman was distressed and allegedly spat at one officer when they were caught.
This is what's happened.
Be right back.
Looking after her on a daily basis, so she's gone into the property, I reckon, and she's kicking off saying, "Get the fuck out of my house! Why you touching me and all this?"
Yeah, but I mean, it's not the old lady's fault because she's got dementia. She probably can't even remember that the carers is coming in. You know what I mean?
She was 91. I mean,
she probably thinks they were a stranger in her house. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I know, but still, you still got to restrain her. The wild.
Said
It's
she
like a
was
wild animal.
handcuffed, had a mesh
Like a wild
placed
animal.
over her head and a taser trained on her before she was taken to hospital without being arrested.
Oh,
So what were all that about if they weren't going to arrest her?
oh.
I mean, they had to control her. She's lucky they didn't get one of those long sticks, you know, with like the lasso that they get wild dogs. They could have put her on the neck and just like guided her with a stick. You know? Or they could have shot her with a tranquilizer, just let her fall asleep. And then she would have woke up thinking it was all just a dream. Know what I mean, Pac?
Yeah.
Pac, what are you eating?
Hmm?
What are you eating?
Courtesy of Aldi.
Uh,
Not a sponsor.
You sure?
If you really need to ask the question,
What question?
you know what question.
I know what question I need. Okay, let me think. Do I need to ask you a question?
What's the question?
Okay. How much were they?
Can't remember.
Okay. Was that a question?
Yes, it's a good question. When the cost of living is rising, it's a good question. How much is it? We need to know. Inflation.
Hi, Kyle.
Do you
How
think it's
are
a
you?
coincidence that
Hi, Carl.
his
Hi.
number plate starts with a B and a J?
It's what it is.
What's that? I don't know what that means.
I know I'm confused and all
BJ.
that.
I get
You know what a BJ is?
Oh, BJ, yeah.
I'm surprised nobody's noticed till
You've got a
now.
Corvette and you don't know what a BJ is.
Yeah,
It's
you
got
know-
plenty of those, that pace car.
Or is it Felicio or whatever you called it? Posh
Yeah.
name for it?
That's a proper name for it.
What's the proper name for it?
Felicio.
Show.
Fellatio. Go on then.
if it's happening, they can call it anything they want.
Use it in a sentence.
Shall we refer to it by the sort of plain English? A woman sucking on a man's penis.
Oh,
Well, so why are you saying it's not always a woman?
Well, it can be
Careful,
a man.
Mark
I'm not. Yo.
Careful, Park Nest. He was smiling a lot when he
Yeah,
said that.
Kathy's hit the nail on the head. It's oral sex.
Yeah.
That covers everything.
Hey, you want to know what a tough life is? My full name is William Jarbo. People call me Bill. I went through that in high school.
Jabbo. Your surname's Jabbo.
My initials are BJ.
Nice.
I tell you what, I grew up tough.
And when I said BJ, you didn't know what I was talking about.
Oh no, I knew what you were
saying-
talking about. I was trying to let you ride.
Yeah, it's like the fella
Saying
called
like a
Richard.
blowjob.
Does his wife prefer Dick?
Well, Richard,
Question
Richard says
by,
they always used to call him Dickie because his name's Richard, you see. So, nickname for a Richard is Dickie.
You know, you make me think about my mom. She's 85 years old and she has dementia. She's got Alzheimer's. And there's nothing scarier than when you see a bad dick joke on TV and she starts laughing.
Yes, it was the first time.
I swear to God, and me and my wife look at each other. It's like, I'm pretty speechless here. It's kind of funny.
She probably don't know what she's laughing at, but she thought she'd laugh anyway.
Well, yeah, she's got Alzheimer's, so she's. I don't think she even knows what's going on TV. And then they have a bad dick joke, and then she just falls over laughing. And it's like, I think she knows what's going on.
Oh dear.
Women are worse than men.
No blowjobs here.
What?
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 Move your head.
What?
Can't see the whole name.
What?
Who we talking about now?
No, this behind me.
Hey, Jeanette, zoom him up.
I can tell you what it is.
That looks like a 66 or 65 Ford.
You're right, 60s. You're in the right decade.
Oh,
And you're right that it's a Ford. I found out it's a Ranchero.
It's a Ranchero, yeah.
Yeah.
good knowledge.
I mean, Jimmy C had to tell me it was a Ranchero because it was basically pickup. Is it the pickup version of Galaxy?
It's the Ford El Camino.
Yeah, it's Ford's answer to the El Camino. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Actually, I think the El Camino was Chevy's answer to the Ford. The Ford was first. They started making them in '64.
I know it's a Ranchero. I think it's about. I can't remember what year it is. Is it?
Interesting.
It's probably 67 or 68.
No, that's not a 68. It's too small to be a 68.
Well, probably.
I get
earlier.
65, 66.
Yeah,
I gotta go and make a call a minute.
but this one's a bit more recent.
Okay, easy.
The good old Volvo, yeah.
Yeah, if you get a chance,
That's the daily driver.
Listen,
You know, we got a dual motor Tesla as a rental car. That thing is a rocket ship.
in the UK.
Oh, dual motor, yeah.
Oh no.
It was the Model 3 long range.
I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.
Bye,
Nice to see you.
Bill.
Right, see you, Hayes.
See you later.
See you later.
Easy.
I'll see you.
Thanks for coming up.
Yeah, that Model 3 long range. It had the dual motor, and we got it as a rental car. And I thought, okay, how fast could it possibly be? It's a 4-door. That thing is a rocket ship. That thing could run my vet down for the first 300 feet.
So you actually thought you were having the Fiat. Is that the first what car you're renting? Fiat 500?
Oh yes, for London we got the Fiat 500.
Yeah,
And-
a bit more.
Dinky toy.
But she's
They're nice
she's
to
diamond.
drive.
So we'll get 2 free upgrades when we get there. So we don't know what we'll actually get.
Oh, that's all right then.
They'll upgrade her 2 classes when we get there.
Well, I've actually worked on a Fiat 500, and it were really nice to drive, but it did have low mileage. I think it was. What year was it? Was it 2012?
But I'm afraid if I'm in a Fiat 500, if I do something wrong, which I'm sure I will since I'm not used to driving with a left-hand shifter and on the left-hand side of the road, I'm sure I'll do something wrong. I'm afraid somebody will walk up and kick me off the road. You know, if I make somebody mad, they'll throw my car into the ditch.
I don't think it's quite that bad over here.
Yeah, they're quite amicable, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's a 2020.
Just give
It's a
some of
2020.
that, Bill, or not run you off at Rowood. They'll just do.
There it is.
I was wondering where you were going with that, Jeanette.
No, I mean we're not that bad at UK. You know, they'll just give a few hand gestures.
Well, yeah, I could live with that. I'm used to that.
Pardon me.
Yeah, when I drive, I tend to, even though I drive like turbo cars and the Corvette and
no,
everything,
it's
I tend to lollygag when I drive. I drive slow.
Well, you're not. If you're driving a Fiat 500, you're not be able to go, 90 miles an hour.
You know, we had a smart car when we were in Italy, and we had to go from Rome to Naples, and I got it up to 159 kilometers an hour, which I don't know what it translates to in miles an hour, but that was as fast as that car would go. No, 159 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, that's nearly 100 miles an hour.
That's as fast as that car would go, and that was downhill. It'd go like 145 uphill and then 159 downhill.
Bill says, yeah, he gets that a lot.
50 miles is 80 k's. So you've done nearly double 80. One shy of 160, so that's like 100 miles an hour.
But I tell you, that little smart car was just screaming its little brains out.
Yeah, they're not exactly the most popular car.
Call them roller skate because of the wheelbase of a roller skate.
Yeah.
Giant roller skate. No, that's what you
Park Nest, weren't you the one that told me my Honda goes 130?
Did I?
Somebody did it. Somebody did at one point.
I know that abscess makes a fart go, Honda.
They told me that my car is computer limited to 130, and I said, I don't know. I haven't gone 130 in it.
I sort of get the gist of that conversation, you know, bro. He's saying I'm adorable.
I'm not the only one.
There's worse things you could be.
Yeah. I can't understand the rest of it, but yeah, that bit I do.
You talk to any of my exes, I promise the word adorable will not come up. They may call me things, but they won't call me adorable.
Just to prove to you all, brother,
Like it says it down here. Just don't call me late for
I
dinner.
don't want that bottom one, do I?
well,
Sure.
you can show that one.
It's all right, Chris is, yeah. I mean, I don't know whether, you know, this is sort of just for... He has done it. That's what a picture that...
I just need to send it off.
Yeah, he just needs to pack it up and make sure it's safe and everything. And he had one done for his...
He's done it again.
Oh, Bill.
Bill.
This is one that he had done for himself.
That's Snakewood.
Beautiful.
Snakewood, and I call it the sunshine on the
wood.
righteous.
Voila.
Dog in wood.
Yeah, the sun shines on the righteous because he's got
Voilà,
like
sunshine.
sunshine coming, blazing through trees. Well, I don't exactly feel beautiful at the moment, Kathy. I sort of... He's back. You and that damn finger.
No, I did that one on purpose. I had to change my little thing.
Oh. But yeah. I'm hoping to do the bleach bath tomorrow, but sort of I washed it yesterday, and you can't put any styling products on it before you do the bleach bath. So I just sort of washed it and let it dry naturally. I didn't even dry it with it. So
I like the color. Your color, your hair color is nice. Why would you like to change? Just for a change?
Yeah, basically.
Red
So
hair's the best, you know.
I'm doing the bleach bath
Still got
hopefully
red
either
nose.
tomorrow or Friday, and then I've got, because I don't want to do this colour straight away. I'm going to that colour.
Oh yeah.
Red hair is definitely the best.
There you go. Well, that isn't
That's-
exactly red. It's
No, it's red. Her hair's
mango
red.
copper, mine is. But yeah, I mean, this is no word of a lie. I am an original redhead. Here, look.
Ginger.
That
Beautiful.
was my original haircut. I was about 13 and a half at the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my original. I am ginger naturally. Hiya, Gary.
I was 13 once. That was a long time ago.
Sorry.
It's like as I aged, it sort of went a bit darker. So as you know, as time's gone on.
Hey, you're lucky. As I age, mine keeps getting a little bit wider.
Well, I don't want to embrace the grey just yet.
No, I can work because I figure I earned it.
But I mean, for a man, it's different, isn't it? I mean, it's more about we're woman. Like, if your hair feels good, then you feel good. If you know what I mean. Like it's sort of, yeah. A self-esteem sort of thing, you know. I mean, I have like here, very, very. If I were to let it grow out naturally, I'd be like you. I'd be white, grey all over. Hi, Terry. How you doing?
Now, when I was about 20 years old, I had one little piece of hair right here turned gray. And there's just that one little, when I was 20 years old, one little piece of gray hair right there. And it's been there all my life. And I said, well, the bad part, I knew when I was 20, I said, yeah, the rest is going to catch up.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
But yeah, It's well, I don't know about anybody else, but I always feel that feel good factor when my hair looks nice, if you know what I mean. You know, and when you go to hairdressers and have your hair done, and you know, it's a pampering thing, isn't it? Really.
It's an important thing if it makes you feel good.
Well, that's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
It's not harming anyone. It's definitely not a bad thing.
Why, Terry? She says you might as well call me a sloth right now. She's heavily pregnant. You know what I mean? I get what she's saying. I used to say to Chris when I was pregnant with Callum, I felt like a beach whale. You know what I mean? But it took past, Terry. I mean, you know, when Littlin's born and, you know, you've got her in your arms and everything all just sort of melt away and, you know.
Yeah, there's nothing greater than a brand new baby.
That's
Then
it.
they turn into teenagers and get annoying.
Hey, I've been there and done that 4 times.
Hey,
well,
you know, one of the greatest things that's happened this year, though, was my son turned 24 on Saturday. And you know what he asked for his birthday? For me and him to go to the arcade and spend a day playing games.
Oh, bless him.
And I said, you know something? I don't care what anybody says. I raised that kid right, you know?
Well, that's it.
It's the time you will spend with him. He wants his dad to play with him, video games.
He wanted to go play games. He wanted me to play Guitar Hero.
It's not about the money, it's the spending time together.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? The fact that he actually wants to spend time with you, you know, and not away doing all sorts of stuff, you know what I mean?
And he offered to pay when we got there. And I laughed and I said, you don't have to pay. It's your birthday. And he says, yeah, but you put me through college and I'm a software engineer now, so I can afford to pay. And I said, I know you can afford. On my birthday, you can pay. He says, you want to go here? I said, no, I'm going to make you go to the casino and then make you pay.
So you're not losing your own money.
Yeah.
But
he's a good kid. He says, I'll give you $100 to go to the casino and play.
There you go.
And I said, no, we'll go to the arcade. I want that for my birthday too, you know?
Well, that's it. It's not about money or anything. It's just about spending time together, you know. But yeah, exactly, Bill.
You know, you got to look at it, but he got me for Father's Day a couple of years ago, he got me a coffee cup. And I don't drink coffee, but he said when he saw it, he says, yeah, you got to have it. Hang on. Got to truck all over creation to get to it. Alexa, turn on Office.
Alexa.
Where'd I put it? Oh, here it is. If you could blow me up for a second.
Let me make you.
Now the kid's got a sense of humor.
Very funny, this. Nice message.
You know what I keep in that? I cut this off my wife's hair last month.
This is your wife's hair?
Well, yeah, her hair was too, she was sitting on it. It was too long. So she says, cut it off. And I said, I can't cut it off. I can't, because her hair went clear down to where she could sit on it. I said, I just can't cut it off. I can't do it.
Keep the hair as a souvenir.
Yeah, so it's just sort of been sitting there ever since. Alexa, turn off Office. Oh, for your Buffalo Bill thing?
But
the Buffalo Bill. Typically American, huh? When you say Buffalo, of course, it's like.
Well, fun. No, my wife actually had that before we met. Oh, everybody blipped for a second. La 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 la. Oh, the front door to the man cave. I can't get it right.
Bill's Guitar Lounge. There you go.
This is actually sort of turned into my little video area, but not on purpose. Where I keep all the stuff that won't fit in the garage.
It's a great house you're living in.
Well, it's like when you can't remember the words when you're trying to do a video. Teleprompter.
Ah. It helps.
I know. Yeah, that's when you know you're getting old. When you start to do a video and you can't remember what you wanted to say.
Hey up, Bill. I do it all the time. I start a sentence off and then don't know what I'm saying halfway through.
Yeah. But I actually, because I got a comedy channel, I went and bought the teleprompter.
Me as well on that.
I bought the teleprompter because that way I could do 3 or 4 jokes in a row and not forget them.
Oh dear. Plus as well, if you actually forget your jokes, you've got that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's rolling in front of you, so you don't screw up the punchline.
I always forget the end of it.
That's what I do.
It's a talent telling jokes. Huh? It has to be.
I'm not very good at because I can never remember them.
That's okay. Since we were doing dick jokes earlier, you want one. Now this is one that I came up with myself for the channel, but you want the world's worst one?
Go on then.
Go on.
Okay. Life is a matter of perspective, right? It's you see things from your point of view, and that's how you understand everything in the world, from your point of view. It's perspective. It's like from my ex-wife's perspective, she divorced me because I was a cheating pig. From my perspective, my dick got fired because I had a part-time job.
Good explanation.
It's perspective.
Perspective. And sometimes you don't share the same perspective because you can say something to someone and he or she doesn't get it the way you want to get it.
Well, yeah, that particular conversation was funny. She says, "That's my best friend," and I laugh and say, "Want to bet?"
Hi, Woody. How are you?
Hi, Woody.
Oh dear.
So, how long have you been married, Bill? 16 years, you said the other day.
16, 17, 18, I don't know, long time.
All right.
And I've been a perfect gentleman every minute.
Super.
That's nice to know.
The first 3 went by really fast.
20 years on 21st of June.
Wow. 20. So you're going to make a big cake then?
I don't know.
All right.
Gary's
that's like tomorrow.
Sore underpants about. And guess who come in? Oh dear. What I forget what 20 years. I think it's porcelain. I think.
I don't know.
No, you tell him it's diamonds.
Check it out.
Guys, don't look this stuff up. He'll believe you.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh. But,
so you guys have got to teach me what's going to keep me out of trouble Saturday.
Porcelain.
I've got a special translator that goes from English to American.
So 15, it's crystal. 20th, China.
Yeah, crystal.
Silver for 25th. 30th, pearl.
China'd be a great gift. That's a big country.
Let's go to Hong Kong or.
I think that'd be a bit
Hong
big,
Kong, I
though.
would
Yeah,
like
like
to
you
go,
said.
but otherwise, Beijing.
I think you get it in your suitcase.
Yeah, it would be hard to carry home.
Or Shanghai. Not sure.
If somebody gave me China, I'm sure I could do something fun with it. I'd make carburetors. That seems to be what they do.
It's apparently. I'm just.
would be happy.
It's got a nuclear. Anyway, it says it in olden days, 20 years were porcelain, but the modern alternative is platinum.
Diamonds.
Platinum.
Diamonds.
Platinum. That's right. That's pretty good.
Platinum is better than China.
Platinum is definitely better than China. I got platinum and
Yeah,
gold.
platinum is the 70th.
But in sort of old terms or old, old school, it's porcelain. But
Tell
if
him you want China. China's being all bitchy with everybody anyway, so you can straighten them out.
Or if you want to go all modern, it's platinum.
Yeah.
Sure, platinum 70th.
Platinum.
Bro's calling Amjad Jamjad because I called him Jamjad other day.
Jamjar.
Jamjad. When I was telling this story of the jam, I called Amjad Jamjad.
When you go to a concert, to a Def Leppard concert, there were platinum tickets.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Platinum tickets.
So do you guys keep track of our basketball?
No.
I'm going to take that as a big no.
Say that again, Bill.
Sorry, we don't. No interest.
But the NBA finals are on this week.
Oh.
And my very, very, very favorite team is playing. And it's occurred to me, it's like, man, I'm going to friggin' London and I'm not going to be able to see the games.
Oh.
I'm sure it'll be on somewhere, Bill.
Oui. Yes, of course. You will.
Well, yeah, but the games play at like 4 in the morning, so I can't go to a bar.
Your favorite team is.
This is a joke Woody's come up with. Little English boy went to a bar for a dick measuring contest and won $20. Told his mom, and she said, "You pulled out that long thing." He said, "Nah, just enough to win." Oh yeah, it is FA Cup at weekend, Bill. Our FA Cup. Hi, Raphael. Yeah, it's on Saturday. It's between Man City and Man United.
Yeah, you see, now, soccer's not exactly my sport. But, now, mind you, I've been a Miami Heat fan since day one. I lived down there when the team was brand new. And they lost and lost and lost and lost. And you start loving them when they lose all the time. And now they're going to the finals. And we're going to, let's see, where are we going to? Poland and the Netherlands and to Wales and to London, and we're not going to see any of it.
So I'm trying to have a look. It should be, if you've got sort of, some sort of what's it on in your hotel or whatever. It should be on one of the channels.
Yeah, we were in Canada 3 weeks ago. We spent one day in Canada, and we wanted to watch a playoff game. And the phone knew I was in Canada, so it wouldn't even bring it up on the phone.
Need a VPN.
Yeah, I've thought about that. But when I run it through a VPN, it won't work. That's true. I've got a Archer router. I could set up a VPN here. I think that's what I'll do. I've got 2 days to play with.
If you can get to somebody, a lot of pubs. I've got Sky TV, Bill. Sky Sports is showing it.
Sky Sports is showing it. Yeah, but it's at 4 a.m.
Oh.
And pubs aren't open at 4
It's going to have
o'clock.
to be a breakfast pub.
Unless you find one that's got 24-hour license, but I don't think they exist anymore. Because there's only a handful of pubs that actually apply.
Pete's
24-hour
telling
license.
jokes now as well. Taking a leak off the back of a yacht. The skipper asked me if the water was cold. Told him yes, and it was deep.
Deep too. Yeah.
Amjad says it's all right for me to call it. I only did it by mistake, honestly, Amjad. You know, when I was telling this story of the Jew Jam Jewel, I accidentally called him Jamjad. So, you know what I mean? And it waited till later that night, and Chris says, "Did you realise you called him Jamjad?"
He's probably used to it.
But yeah.
Okay, well, I've got to push off and go start getting dinner ready. It's that time.
Okie dokie then, Bill.
It's dinner
Bill,
time.
see you later.
Well, it's 4:40 here.
All right.
Yeah, it's 6 hours behind us.
Yeah.
Central Time.
I'll go to
Okay,
sleep.
well,
Bye-bye.
so you be on tomorrow?
No.
No,
I have 2 days off. I have Thursday and Friday off.
Days off.
Ah,
I'll be on Saturday.
And you will
Probably
be
over-
in England.
London nightlife on Saturday.
hey, if you want, grab my email from my page and send me an email. I'm serious. Me and my wife will run by while we're running around up there. You can even meet the person who puts up with me all day long. You can probably guess she's a very kind person.
Yeah. Us redheads stick together.
Yeah.
I'll see you later then, Bill.
Well,
Have a
safe
good
travels.
I'll see you later.
Bye.
Have a nice flight.
Thank-
Safe travels.
See you, Bill.
Bye, Bill.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
See you later, Bill. And then there were 4. Are you going? Is Bill going as well? Bill Clement? It's getting me confusing.
Too many bills.
Bill, yeah,
Neil Clement is someone else.
yeah.
Call one bill and the other
Ah,
10.
bye-bye, Bill. Bill.
It gets confusing when there's more than one Bill.
On the bill. When there's no one... no, it's a joke, but it's not very funny.
But
When
yeah.
there's one than more bill on the bill.
Yeah. Bless you, Amjad. Pray you've put by both bills. That's the way to do it.
By those bills. Well said, Amjad.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Got a very, very studious look on his face, as Tim, when we do eventually see his face.
Timmy is concentrating on something.
Oh dear.
Someone is writing to him, and
Gary's put by Bill ×2 and Buffalo Bill. Oh dear. But yeah, wonder if Richard will be back in time from his trip to Tesco's.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah.
so you'll have a new hair color on Saturday. then.
Yeah, it all depends how I feel, Joel, but my plans are I might do it tomorrow, or if not, Friday.
Okay.
I think Raffles tried to say that Tim's got too much hair for him to fit his hair and his face in all in one go. Oh dear. It's gone a bit wild, Raphael, because he's washed it. So you know when they say your hair's got a mind of its own, well, Tim's has. But
Yeah.
Looks like Dennis the Menace.
but yeah. Oh crap! Well, that's come out now. That's what I've got to do the bleach bath, Crypto. So yeah, and obviously it says it lifts up to 8 levels. So there you go.
But you have to be careful with bleach. It's a little strong.
It's ammonia free. That's why I chose it, because it says
Hey, calm down.
no animal testings and vegan friendly. So that's why I've chose it.
Oh, it's for your hair. I mean, for your head, for your skin.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I chose that. And it says ammonia free. So I did sort of do my research while I was doing it. I wanted something to lighten my hair, but I didn't want it too potent, if you know what I mean.
No, sure.
But yeah, so that's the bleaching one, and then I've got this one.
All right.
Preference.
So this is the color you've chosen.
Yeah, it says new shine oil and new fragrance, so it's sort of that's sort of kind to the scalp and the hair as well.
Yeah. It has to be according to your skin.
Yeah.
It's like makeup, complexion. I mean
But you see, from what I can gather, if you do the bleach bath, it makes the colour more receptive and more vibrant.
Oh yeah.
So you know, it's sort of taking it back to sort of a blondish colour. It's going to be more receptive to that copper colour.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want to do everything. How can I put it? All in one day. I want to sort of do the bleach bath.
Step by step.
Yeah, and then sort of let
One
it
by
rest,
one, step by step.
Rest for a little while. But you see, when I went to hairdressers and they did that, they like stripped it right back because I've got black hair at the time, and basically, they did exactly the same. They stripped it all back till it were blonde, and then I had the brown on.
When I visited you, there's a picture on your wall where you had black hair.
Black, yeah.
Gorgeous.
I had black hair for a long, long time.
Wow.
And then
lipstick, red lipstick, and sexy eyes, makeup, and but black hair suited you, huh?
But it's like this. I sort of got.
You want to change,
and I basically I had it all cut off. I'm just seeing if I can find a picture of me when I first had.
It's like eating chicken. One day you want to eat ham, and then you want to. It's like that.
Yeah. But anybody that knows me, it's sort of it gets to a certain length. And I sort of get all let up and everything because I can't do anything with it.
For me, it's better your haircut, but it's my personal opinion.
But this is it. I mean, not everybody's like me. I get so frustrated with it, and I sit there blow drying it and curling it and whatever, or straightening it, and it just looks as bad as before I washed it, if you know what I mean. And I get frustrated in that kind of way.
And frustration is never good in life because we get frustrated very quickly for everything and anything. And That's the way it is.
It's all right. I'm trying to find a picture from when I first went brown.
there's a
I did
picture
have
of you.
highlights in as well. I had blonde highlights in it all in one go.
Oh, this is great. Highlights.
So I were like a brown. They coloured it brown, and then I had like blonde highlights in it.
Mhm.
But sorry if I'm getting distracted. I'm just trying to find a picture of it. Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
It's 2 years on 2nd of January. January 2nd of June since we've had Biscuit.
Oh, Biscuit. So he will have what for his second?
I've only just realised.
2 years since when?
Oh,
On
Biscuit.
2nd, on Friday, is it 2 years since we've had Biscuit?
Oh.
Yeah.
Biscuit has like an angel guard. I don't know how you call that, because he wouldn't have lived without you. Imagine his
That's
life
it.
without you.
That is a Christmas outfit I made. That's when I got black hair.
Wow.
That's when it was just starting to grow.
Christmas time.
I made that myself.
I like the color.
Even thing and what's it's in my hair. Made everything.
Hair clips.
They like but them things that you put your hair in. Yeah,
Scrunchies.
I don't know what you call them. Scrunchies. I don't know what they're called.
That's what they're called.
Yes, knows better.
But I made everything from scratch, even to put in like fur thing around it as well. Oh God, how long have I got to go back? My fingers getting
and makeup, Janet, makeup as well.
But yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I don't.
You have beautiful look. You have beautiful lips and teeth. So you have to.
I'm laughing at Pete. Copper asked me if I had a criminal record. I told him yes. I have a copy of Agadoo by Black Lace.
Spoof their own songs.
Oh dear! No, that is. That is what's it, isn't it?
I was going to mention the other
so
song.
For your 20th wedding anniversary, you will be blonde.
No, I'll be that copper colour by then.
Oh, really?
Oh dear. Come on, Bennett.
I'll keep him out of it.
I'm trying to go back in my photos. Yeah, and I'm back to 2021 at the moment, and I still can't find anything.
Have you ever had
3rd of June actually? 3rd of June we got Biscuit. No, 5th.
5th of June?
5th of June is the exact date.
All right.
We went to see him on the 3rd of June. Like, you know, meet him and everything.
And then you decided
that was his first meeting him, look.
Oh.
You know, we went to
where was that?
At the kennels that it were in.
At the kennel, yeah.
Yeah. They've got like these big pastures. So we took him down there, and yeah, it just sat there as good as gold.
And do you want to have the female one from Wales?
No, it was just no, it's too far. Look, this is our outfit. happy there. Look on his face. And that was actually before we brought him home.
The day you arrived, you saved his life.
But yeah,
You protected him. You've been protecting him since.
Give him a good home.
A good home, exactly.
It's like he wants for
A
nothing.
safe home, a loving home, and,
Except when he's coming on bed at 3 o'clock in the morning and taking all
and
bed
food
up.
anytime he wants.
I mean, it's not exactly a small dog. So when you talk about him getting up bed and stretching out, you know.
Well, I've seen him.
We've got a king size bed and he stretches like across ways. Me and Chris are sort of like hunched up in bed like that. Got nowhere to put your feet. Oh dear.
You shouldn't stand for it. You know, even dogs need boundaries.
But yeah, this is. I mean, it was like he got up other morning, and I made him move, hoping that I'd get him off at bed, and and it just does across to Chris's side, and Chris had got his leg out of bed, so he looked, he sniffed at Chris's foot, and then just plonked himself down. I'm thinking, well, that went well then, didn't it? But I don't know whether Chris must have called.
That he's really a happy dog.
But next thing I know, he jumps off and he's like asleep on floor at side of Chris's bed. So yeah, it was sort of a result, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
Oh my! I've gone right back to Callum's 18th birthday.
Ah,
Still can't find one.
Callum is really tall, huh?
He's about 6 foot. Well,
Wow.
6 foot odd. I mean, his granddad is 6 foot 3. I think.
I mean, he's really tall.
I mean, partners will tell you he is a really tall lad.
Yeah.
He's really tall. But
I don't get it off Chris, that's for certain. He's got him adopted.
I didn't dare to say.
No. Although it does, I mean,
It's
it's
not being
6
awful
foot
or
odd.
anything. It's just
Yeah.
a fact, isn't it? Chris is a short ass.
No, children are even taller than their parents.
But you see, the thing is, both his sisters are tall. And Chris says, oh, well, tall Jean must have skipped it when it got to me. Because his mum weren't very, very tall. So he says, well, guess who I took after? He says, I probably take after my mum. And his dad's like 6 foot odd, you know what I mean?
And now with sport, with the food they eat, with their even girls are taller.
That's our Benny. Look on me, wrapped in a blanket.
Benny.
Bless his socks. Hi, Richard.
Hello.
So yeah,
Hello,
do you know what I mean when I say with my cat now? It, you know.
Oh.
It's,
The one who was poisoned.
last year. Yeah, that's him on my on my lap and covered in a blanket. Oh dear.
I'm fucking bored.
Right, this in the actual photograph. This is sort of how can I put it? I had it done because we were going to a do, if you know what I mean. That's Chris's sister, and that's when I'd had my hair done.
She looks like him, huh? They look like, huh?
Do you reckon?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's
she could
his
be
oldest.
your sister as well. I don't know.
That's his
actually,
oldest, Chris's oldest sister. That is.
We can imagine that she could be your sister as well.
Can you imagine a female version
You're
of Chris?
alike. You're alike. Oh,
Yeah, but that you can see what I mean with me hair. I just had it.
nice color there.
That's it highlighted, and I
Yeah.
got makeup on as well. But unfortunately, I can't find any more. But anyway, you get the. So, what did you buy from Tesco's then, Richard?
Nothing much, just a few odds and sods and bits and bats, you know.
Can't afford it these days.
And a woman of the night.
It's not so bad because you get a bit knocked off for club card prices.
Oh yeah, there are bargains to be had if you got.
Yeah,
club
but I mean,
cards.
they reduce the prices anyway. Make you think that you're saving some money when actually you're not.
You know, there's definitely something, but I only buy a few bits and bobs. You know, it's not
Well, you
worth it.
see, I've done it as to delivery for Saturday, and I went in to order some oranges for that orange custard for next week, and some orange juice. Now, when I went on, it says this has changed price, this has changed price,
Oh.
and it saved me £6. So it's better than a poking eye with shit, as we say.
But prices are, they show us,
Just
you know,
say,
the prices are going
kicking the
down.
teeth.
See, I won't. I can't get home delivery. Or else I'd do it.
decreasing.
Well, because you live in your penthouse.
Correct. They'll
He's
drop,
in a
they'll bring it
penthouse.
to bottom door. Well, that's
Fancy
the easy
penthouse.
bit. They'll bring it to bottom door. That's the
Not
easy
a
bit.
man.
I can do that.
In a penthouse.
So
But this is it. What I pay for delivery, Richard, when the sort of it's going to make your job harder anyway because you've got to go down 4 sets of stairs.
correct. I wouldn't do it. If they brought it to my actual door, the door that's just behind this computer now,
Yeah.
then I would pay for it. I'd order
Yeah.
it.
Well, you see
I'd get a big shop then.
that's that's the luxury we've got. They just bring it to your door.
Because I'm shopping in little bits all the time. It's not cost effective. You know, I'm spending miles more than most other people because I'm just buying bits.
But when you think about it, Richard, there's only you. So sort of like fresh fruit and
It's no
vegetables.
use.
By the time you've got to use it, it's gone off.
Correct. It's like tea cakes. I brought a packet of tea cakes to the last Saturday and ended up throwing 4 of them away because they'd gone stale. You know.
Tim doing this.
I want
Back in a minute.
No.
That's what I need.
What's going on?
He not let us in on his secret, Joel.
Juicy, something juicy there.
Joelle, she's got a lift, haven't you?
If I've got her.
You've got
Have you got a lift up to your
elevator?
Oh,
yeah,
you're a penthouse as well, aren't you?
Yes.
That's heaven.
There is a penthouse.
7 floors up?
It's heaven, yes, because when you have your bags full of.
Correct. See, I can't carry a lot of bags.
You live on the 4th floor, you 4th.
I'm on the 4th, yeah.
But
It's
top
okay,
floor.
floors.
It's basically the top floor.
It's
Yeah,
not,
but I mean, it's like me, Joel. I mean,
48 steps.
yeah. He has a lot of
you
trouble with his
counted
back
them,
and
you
his
counted
legs.
them.
He had a blood clot in his leg, so like he's got to go down, up, down, up,
The
down, up.
steps, I
You know
don't
what I mean?
mind them when I'm not carrying notes. It's easy because they're a shallow pitch. They're not steep steps. They're very shallow, so that I could scurry up and down steps, no problem.
Like
But
the
when you've got a
song
few bags,
shallow by.
That's it. I mean, it makes all the difference when you've got, like, let's say, 2 carrier bags in each hand, because you won't won't bring one up. If you were having a delivery, you'd probably have to do 2 bags in one hand. You're carrying them and then going up
bother me if
that.
I was to turn around and said, "We'll charge you an extra £5 to bring it to your door," or whatever. That won't bother me. I've paid double the price for the delivery. Won't bother me. You know what I mean? But it's the way it is, and that's life. When I next
But
move,
it-
I'll
you
make
I suppose they would do, Richard.
yeah.
You seem to live in a
Well, you know when
great
we lived in when we first moved back to Sheffield, we lived in a masonette, and it was a second floor masonette. But to get to it, you got to come up like 3 sets of concrete steps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But even then, they deliver it to you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame, really, but
Hi, Tommy.
Hi, Tommy. How are
because
you?
I live here in the top, I get a good price for rent. You see, that's the offset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
If
it
this
seems
room-
to be a really great apartment where you are.
I thought penthouse apartments cost
No.
more.
There are people don't want them because of access. You see,
Yeah, it's got a good deal going,
No.
partners.
you can't get. You look around and find what you can get for $450.
Say it with 2 bedrooms.
No, it's only 1 bedroom.
A 1 bedroom.
A 2-room flat.
You try and find something for $450 a month. You have wrong. That's what I pay for this, $450.
Tim is laughing. Why are you laughing, Tim?
He's got that look, evil
going
look
on
on his
there?
face.
He's probably watching something else.
Yeah. Someone is teasing him.
No,
You want to know?
not at all.
Come on.
And when I get up in the
You're
morning,
watching
I have to get
something
a
else.
bird. I have to get a bird,
Yes,
a dead
but,
bird out of my
One
gargoyle.
is laughing and
You
someone
have
is
to get a
writing
bird
to
out.
him.
A bird. When I went motorway coming back, and a bird shot across me, and it's stuck in my grill. a black bird, a black coloured bird. I don't know if it was a black bird, but a black coloured bird.
Hey, I tell you something. I'll tell you something. Chris were having kittens last night.
Huh?
No, after I shut the live stream down. Well, we on a Tuesday. It's Euro Millions, right? And then they've got like a million. You know, like a millionaire. Call it millionaire raffle.
Yeah.
It got every single one except for the last 4 digits. And it went, oh. I said, if we'd have won that £1 million, you want to see me for dust tonight? I tell you, we'd have been out celebrating. But yeah, we were getting all excited because it got them all except for last 4 numbers.
Hey, by the way,
different numbers.
You celebrate.
Tim has never told us a juicy anecdote when he was when he shared girlfriends with his twin brother. He
No,
never
he didn't.
told
He
us
didn't
that
share
he-
girlfriend with his twin brother.
Who's sharing girlfriend?
No.
Oh, they
No, he
shared.
wasn't doing the sharing.
He took his twin brother's girlfriend off him.
Sharing is
He
curling.
pretended to be Tony.
Yeah.
Tim pretended to be Tony. Yeah, you didn't? Tell us a juicy anecdote. With
That was fairground days, Joel.
or even a
When you
fairground
were a little
stories.
rebel.
Something nice.
In
In a roller coaster. I don't
Sorry,
know.
I've done
put
pick
something red,
3
Tom.
tonight. You know the hot picks, pick 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We don't do that. Oh, is that on 10 grand a month for 30 years?
No, this one you just pick 3, and if they come up, you get £1,000.
So if you
3
win,
numbers.
it's a lottery ticket, is it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
And,
So if you win, let's
Hey,
go
look.
share.
I will read in the back because
I
I
want to share.
read Google stories. This oldest lady, she'd got a lottery ticket. She goes to the post office, and the post office says it's a winner. You've got to go in touch with Camelot, right? So she gets in touch with Camelot, only to be told that they win winning numbers. So for like 10 minutes, she thought she was a millionaire.
Oh, terrible that.
I said to Chris, there can't be nothing worse than that, you know, celebrating. And because she says, we've always, you know, we're both retired. His all-time dream is to retire to a seaside town, blah, blah, blah. And she says, for that 10 minutes, she says, we're planning on how we were going to spend it.
And maybe she had
And says, sorry,
she had divorced.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You think they could have told, well, at post office, you think they could have told her how much she'd won, you know what I mean?
Because I've heard that when you win, some in couples, they don't even want to tell the other one or the family about their big, the amount of.
Yeah. But we always said, Joel, if we ever win lottery, we'd look after them that's looked after us, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And Chris has said, oh, you'll be getting all my schoolmates knocking at the door. Hi, Chris. And he says, well, you didn't want to know before I had money, so cough.
Right.
And that's just Chris's attitude, you know what I mean?
Correct. If I wanted, I'd just give my brother and sister so much, even though they don't need it because they're mega rich.
Yeah.
And my mum. And kids, and that's it. 5 people.
Yeah.
Simple.
I mean, that's what we've always said, Richard. We'd look after them that's looked after us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so none of you lots getting now.
Well said.
My mum would be top of the list because I know I could ask her for everything.
But that's it. I mean, it's like, you know.
Only joking. It's only Richard that's got me. No.
Bless him. He's been with me since day dot.
Still not getting no. I might get your Mars bar, Rich.
But yeah, you know what I mean? It's sort of like this, you know. Yeah, you know, caring is sharing, you know, but in certain circumstances, if somebody's been, you know, it's sort of, I don't know, instant karma, if you know what I mean, because people have been good to us, you know, it'd be his first priority.
What? Yeah. You can't call as a beep, 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 beep.
You have to be thankful for the ones who have
Got to
been
be thankful for
I mean, it's
caring.
Yeah, it's like this, you know what I mean? It's like Bella. She's been there for me when I've really needed her. I mean, at the moment she's sharing with her daughter, I'd make sure she were all right, get her somewhere, you know, where she's living and make sure she were all right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she's been there for me in roughest of times, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But yeah, you know,
a friend in need is a friend in no.
But it's like, you know, I mean, well, sort of, yeah, it were Bella's birthday yesterday. You know, when Callum had his episode with the anxiety and everything, I'd ring her at 4 o'clock in the morning. She'd answer, and you know, and she'd be, you know,
she's a beautiful human being.
What am I going to do? I might be deputy, you know, Bella, and
many people answering. I guess.
But yeah, you know what I mean. And I always say to anybody, you know, I'm always here for you. And a problem shared is a problem of. Do you know what I mean?
You can rely on her. You can count on her.
Oh, definitely. Pete says a friend in need is a pain in the arse. Well, I know not to call you then, Pete.
Well, Pete.
Take note. Don't ring Pete Thomas in your hour of need. I think it's this weekend, actually. I'm joking.
Pardon me.
So it is actually in June, but it's like Saturday, I think 3rd. I think it's this weekend.
That's how it works for me, is that, Pete? People only contact me when they want something. It's true, is that?
But this is the thing, you know what I mean? Same as Chris said, you get all sort kind of, you know, people knocking on your door, and you know, when we're at school, Pixie, blah blah blah, and it said, well, you didn't want to know me before, so you.
Superficial people, many superficial people.
No, you know, you didn't want to know me before I had money. Now I've got money, you know, you can basically do one.
Yeah. And I imagine when you're famous, someone becoming famous. It's terrible that because you never know who loves you for you and for
It's like this, no
for
matter
your
what, Joel. If a friend sticks with you through good times and bad,
yeah.
that is a true
It's a
friend.
real friend.
Yeah.
Love is a bullshit
And a
word.
friend who will not won't criticize you.
Ooh, you cynic.
I was going to say, what makes you so cynical, Richard?
Yeah.
Would you care to hazard a guess?
Richard is cynical.
He says
He's never
love is a
cynical.
bullshit word. You know what I mean?
It's-
I'd not say I love you then, Richard. Sod off. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's.
Does you know good?
I mean, look at me and Chris. We've been married 20 years. He's my best friend. He's my soulmate.
Yeah.
We tell each other everything. We laugh together. We cry together. You know what I mean? And that to me is love.
It's love for sure. And someone protective. The protection of someone.
But yeah, you know what I mean? He went, sheesh.
I did it for 23 years.
But yeah, it's all about being spontaneous, Richard, and you know.
And it's not a question of money. One does money into
No, Richard's circumstances has got nothing to do with money. He says, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. I think he's been married more than once.
Enough love wedding cake.
But
Yeah, being married more than once. Whoa.
I mean, Chris is my second husband.
Yeah.
You know, compared to my ex, you know.
I'd never get married again. Never.
Think about it.
It could be the best.
Did you hear that?
Unless I could somehow stumble into like a 90-year-old Texan male millionaire-ess who wants a quick husband for her final years, then I might consider
Yeah, and on a deathbed. Chris says, I'm a one-man woman. He says that's only because nobody else wants me. I think that's just such a joke.
Oh,
but
it's life, I'm afraid.
all the cynics are coming out the woodwork now.
But yeah, I mean, look at it this way. My mum has been married 3 times.
Right?
And yeah. Wedding cake as well.
In that generation, it's very rare.
My older brother is only my half brother because it father, you know. Then she met my dad and had me and my sister with my dad. And then she divorced and she swore she'd never get married again. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that.
Oh.
I'm just going to have fun. I'm just going to go out dating and blah, de, blah, de, blah. And then she met my stepdad and I'd, you know.
Richard, gone.
I says, hey, Richard's gone. I said, I bet you any money she gets married again.
On board.
Anyway, about a month later, she went, guess what? I said, what? She says, we're getting married. I said, see, I told you.
But when you're a big lover, that can be understood.
You know what I mean? But I knew when she met Norman, you know.
Norman.
His
name was Norman.
His name was Norman.
Norman Wisdom.
Anyway.
Dale or Norman Cook. Fat Boy Slim.
Anyway, same as I say, I kept saying, you'll get married. You'll get married again. And she kept saying, no, I'm not, you know, I've already been married twice, never again, blah, blah, blah. And then a month later, she was telling me she would get married again. So
that's the way it is.
just to show you, that's just
You
the way
can't
it happens.
control love and your emotions. And
The piece of cynical moi.
I don't think it's cynical. I don't think it's cynical. Partly cynical, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think your
Well,
experience
you look at
will
it.
shape
You
you.
look at it this way, Richard. You were with your wife 20 odd years. You've got 2
23.
beautiful twin daughters. You know what I mean? You've got to look at it that way. You must have sort of been in love at some point.
Yeah.
1, to get married, and then 2, to stay together for that long.
Yeah.
when it's meant to be in life, it has always a way when it's meant to be, and it's written. Life is
This is it.
written. And
I mean, I keep telling this to Tim and Richard. I said, you might go in Tesco's or Sainsbury's and bump into somebody, strike up a
Or
conversation.
Spa.
Yeah, or Spa.
Spa, yeah. You've more chance in Spa because Tesco's is full of hookers.
I met Chris at
what?
Spa.
Hookers.
Oh, I thought you were swearing for a minute.
No. Hookers.
When we had the appointment with Chris,
Ladies of the night.
as I couldn't see him
That's it. Every
anywhere,
little helps.
I finally said to him, Spa.
But yeah, you know what I mean? It's
because it was a busy place.
I mean, I look at it this way. I mean, like Pete, yeah, it's not exactly. How can I put? Without offending you, Pete, you're not exactly a spring chicken, but that doesn't mean to say that you're not going to meet somebody. You don't know.
I totally agree with you. Totally.
I mean, it don't matter what your age is.
I think the older you get, you start to think, well, this is it. You know what I mean?
But yeah, you're bound to though, Richard, aren't you? But
I think this is it. But to be fair, honest, I don't want to live with somebody else. You know what I mean?
But sometimes
well, you can still have a relationship with somebody and not live together.
Yeah, I don't want somebody else to live with somebody else.
I know a lot of people they don't live together.
It says you mean I'm an old fart, you know. Well, you said it, Pete, but no, I weren't saying you're an old fart. But what I'm just saying, you're sort of more my age than anybody else on planet. I'm digging myself a bigger hole here, aren't I? But yeah, you know what I mean. Just because you're advancing in years, you know, you're not gonna meet somebody.
And I think a lot of it.
You never know.
You never know.
I think a lot of it also is the lifestyle you lead.
I'm in a time of observing myself. I'm very observing at the moment, and I need to choose, and I need to take the time. And it's a decision to be on my own.
Yeah, you've got to make sure
because
it's
I
right
had
for you.
last relationship with too much passion, with
So,
too many stalking, or and then stop. You clean yourself. You just and then it's great because you feel good and you protect yourself. And I'm doing self-protection because this is it. If you don't,
you've got to make sure it's right for you.
I was never threatened. I'm not threatened. It's just passion, just love. Just
I want to ask Joelle a question.
Crazy thing.
Right.
I want to ask Joelle a question. You're walking through the streets of Paris tomorrow, for instance.
Yeah.
What is your ideal man? What is the man that will catch your eye? Oof.
It's gonna be a feeling for me, not the appearance.
So it's not. So no matter what they look like, it's got a bit of feeling like. So you'd have to talk to them.
The thing is that I don't believe in meeting someone in the street like this. I think it takes. You need to have a crush on someone and to have the feeling that can be by his words, by his text, by the way I don't know any kind of activities he can have or she. that can be just
It's also got to be about
an
his words of
intellectual
kindness to you.
exchange. And when there's chemistry, you've got that little when you think of someone or you even dream of him or her. I need passion in my life.
I
But
do. I
the
dream
thing
of
is that passion
throttling
is
Chris in his
destroying.
sleep.
So it has to be
I would agree with that one.
to those.
Hey,
Passion's the
Joel,
one.
I
Must be
dream about
passion.
throttling Chris in his sleep because there is bloody snoring.
Passion
But
and love.
you know, I
is the
mean,
marriage business and all that.
And
crap.
you,
if I
Richard,
didn't love him, I wouldn't put up with it. I'd just whack him one over the head.
what will attract you in someone? What will make you feel that?
I'm with you, Joel. It's not
She's
about
the one.
looks. It's not about looks.
No,
They've got to have a nice personality. They've got to make me laugh.
Yeah, you see, you
Kind
probably
and considerate.
personality is an absolute must, isn't it? But
Yeah.
when you're just walking and looking, you can't tell somebody.
No.
and now I don't want anything complicated. It has to be very cool and not complicated.
Like a platonic
Like a what?
relationship.
Yeah.
One day a month.
Yeah, that's
And
what I want. I want somebody I could just perhaps go out to a restaurant, have a drink, part company, or go somewhere and, you know, a bit of ho, and then go over and I don't
And
think
then
it
you
exists,
never know
though.
where
Well, that one's a new one. A bit of
taking you. It takes you to.
Well, isn't that what
Don't
travel
use
lodges are
that
for?
chat
You
up
never know.
line.
I mean, you know, just light-hearted stuff.
Yeah, it's all right, Richard. I've just had to say to Callum, don't use that as your chat up line. A bit. Ooh.
No, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Somebody of a similar mind who's not right ass. Do you know what I mean? Who's not? Who doesn't want, like Joel says, doesn't want any complicated crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has to be.
Yeah, and that's what you
sincere,
call a
even if
platonic
it's short.
relationship. You're both getting what you
never know
want
that.
out of the relationship, if you know what I mean. So long as you sort of,
And you have to let
like
a door
the other person sort of don't start using the L word and
Oh God, no.
hang on a minute, you know what I mean? This is moving too fast. Do you know I can't take him anywhere?
That's why you love him.
Did you hear what I said when I said when they start using L word and he says what L word? Lick my balls.
See what Kathy's put. Some men like to just grab them and stab them.
Tell
And
you,
it
I
has to
can't
be
take
all-
him anywhere.
That's a bit extreme, is that?
But yeah, you know what I mean? So long as that relationship is on an even keel and you're both getting out of the relationship what you want out of the
It's
relationship.
not about stabbing them, as you put them. It's somebody to go out with and spend time with and have a laugh.
Well, this
with,
is
you
what
know
I'm
I mean?
saying. This is what I'm saying, Richard.
Someone you're
You're
not
both
bored
on an
with.
even keel and she wants,
You're
let's
laughing.
say she wants the same sort of relationship as what you want.
Yeah,
And, you know,
And then you have to let it go. You have to.
You want to be able to pick up phone and say, "Oh, do you
see
fancy
what
going
comes
out
next.
tonight to a pub or a restaurant?" So, yeah, okay, blah blah blah, and off you go.
that's it. This is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You want something that's platonic, but you know both know what you want out of that relationship, and
And
yours
for me as
is
well,
like pick it phone up saying, "Do you want to go here? Do you want to go there? Do you want to go for a meal?" You know what I mean?
Well,
what's
sorry,
important
Joel.
too is a little intelligence. I
Oh,
want
lots of
someone who
intelligence.
can fascinate me or I can admire.
Yeah,
Not because of money, huh? It's not that. It's
yeah.
just
Now that's what I don't want because
what he can bring
people
to you,
come and
bring
just
you.
you go on these websites, these that you can join, and all they're interested in is how much you earn.
Well, I've never been on that.
Well,
I'm
it's
very
crap, look.
hopeless with that. So
It's bullshit. Don't even waste your time because all they're interested in is how much.
Yeah,
money
how
you
much
get.
Yeah, I
earning.
know that.
That shouldn't even come into the equation in my book. If they like you for who you are, it don't matter whether you're minimum wage or you're on top notch wages. It shouldn't matter.
But having
They're
said
going
that,
out with you for you.
And the thing is that I've got friends who are on those date sites, and they lie. They don't even send pictures that are or pictures when you were young, or
From
they
20
don't
years ago.
show what reality is. And for me, reality has
Or
to
in
be.
my case,
That's
a
why
lot
I like
longer.
this community,
Honest.
because there's reality in it. It's real. I like
Gary
Janet.
says, just
Viva
use
Street.
Viva Street. Does he know
What's
about that?
that?
I've never heard of that Viva
No,
Street.
I
That's a new one.
Viva Street when it's at home.
He says,
No.
just use Viva Street. Obviously, Gary's heard of it.
It's a Vauxhall Owners Club from about 30 years ago.
Well, I was thinking, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, no.
It's a start anyway.
Not Viva. More like Escort.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving turkey.
Oh, dear. It's all right, Cathy says, I want to identify as a turkey, and you know, bro stuffed me.
See, all these on them websites,
Very exciting.
all they want you to do
Kathy.
is just continually take them out and spend money on them. That's all they want. They're all
But
skinny.
yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be about that. I mean, in my eyes, you know, see it morning.
And then you need to have the desire, the sex, which is important to me, and the sharing of that as well. I mean,
So much
That's one thing
information,
I'd like to
Joel.
do.
main point.
Before I
But
started a
I'm not saying
relationship,
something which is very
It's-
special.
to be able to run a credit check on them.
Most men would like that.
But it's, I mean, yeah, I know you don't know a person's background if you're meeting them online, but there is certain ways you can check up on, yeah. You know, it's law in the UK now.
It's just
you can check up on a like, let's say, for instance, a prolific wife beater.
Yeah.
And they've been called out several times to police. You could check on their background, and it took come up flagged because they've had several run-ins with police over domestic abuse.
That's presuming they've put the correct details on the website in the first place. I mean,
No, what I'm saying is, Richard, it's like a thing now where you can, you can check up, you know, if a certain I forget what it's, Summit Law. It's called Summit Law.
It's a woman's name, like Sarah's Law or something. It's something like that.
And yeah, and it allows a potential male or female. You know, it doesn't discriminate between either sex.
On the fact that the details are correct.
Yeah, that's it. Sarah's Law, and you can check their past.
Yeah, but
that
to me it's not worth a damn, because a lot of these people on these sites, if they dodge it, they wouldn't put the correct details on.
You know, so you can check up on a person's past, you know, i.e., are they, you know, had run-ins with police over domestic abuse, or they're a prolific flasher, or I'm just sort of off top of my head sort of thing, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But it does enable you to check up on it, you know, like these child beaters, or you know.
Then, if you were one of them, you wouldn't put your correct details on before you.
Well, no, but
if I were a prolific
that's
flasher,
for sure.
Which I'm not. But anyway,
is that Megan's Law? It says I can lick my eyebrows.
I'd put, you know, if I were a flasher,
basically Megan's Law.
Correct details on. I'd just put myself as.
Oh, that's the American version, isn't it?
But yeah, you know what I mean. It sort of flags these things up if, you know, if you've been in trouble with police, if you've had several call outs to, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, Claire's Law.
Claire's Law.
Yeah. No, Sarah's Law's a sex offender. The American equivalent is Megan's Law, but there's another one called. I'm sure there's one called.
I think basically it came about because this woman met this bloke, and it were known for sort of when they dump him or if they split up, like, and in end he murdered her.
In a van, I think she ended up in a van or something, battered, didn't she? I seem to remember that.
Yeah, and it were basically, had she known his background when she met him, she could have stayed clear of him, but by then it was too late because he's sort of been in a relationship, and then, you know, like he wouldn't take no for an answer. He was sort of stalking her and all sorts, and it ended up he murdered her, and that's when that law came into fruition. Let's just say.
Yeah, I remember that. She was found in a van somewhere on a road somewhere.
Yeah, and it actually shows you, didn't it? I think as well. CCTV of him abducting her off at road and bungling her into a van.
But they're horrible, them sites. I mean, I joined the couple just out of pure curiosity, you know, and
as you do.
And first thing they ask you, they contact you. Are you working? You know, and all this, and all they're interested in. Have you got money? So they just want you to stick them out and spend money on it.
Yeah.
Pod off.
But on that note, I'm going to say cheerio to everyone. And next time I see you, I'll see you on Saturday. I may or may not have blonde hair or copper hair. I don't know. It all depends how I feel.
She'll dye it black again.
Yeah, you'll
Black
just have to
again.
take a hot look, and if I come on like this, you'll know I couldn't be arsed. It all depends what we do. So anyway, I'm going to say adios.
Adios.
Au revoir.
Hasta luego.
Ciao.
And I shall see you all on the next one.
Auf Wiedersehen.
See you later,
Auf
guys.
Wiedersehen.
Bye.
Ciao.